Hi everyone. Today I'm making for you sausage and potato soup. It's a recipe that I concocted when I owned a deli. We had to have different soups every day, soup of the day. So I came up with this sausage and potato. Now this is what I have. This is a pound of chopped up sausage, loose sausage they sell it. There's 3 slices of bacon, 2 stalks of celery, 2 shallots, 4 potatoes, salt, chicken broth. There's 3 cups of chicken broth and 3 cups of water, and 2 large bulbs of garlic, a 1/4 cup of flour, and a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Now what I'm doing, I put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in here. I'm going to brown the sausage. You notice I have a glass of wine here. I told you I'm on a diet. I'm still on the diet and I'm doing pretty well.
She's doing very well.
Very well. So I have to ration myself. So I buy these little bottles. That's my glass for Saturday and Sunday. I have another one. Anyway, here we go. Okay, we're gonna break this up.
How much is that?
This is a pound. It might be a little bit more than a pound. So if you want to make a bigger pot of soup, you double everything. And as usual, remember, I put the written recipe underneath the video where it says ... more. Just click on the more, you go underneath, and you'll see all the measurements. If you forget, you'll have to rewind and rewind and rewind. Okay, I'll be back when this is all brown. Okay, so I've been chopping it up. You know, it gets stuck together. So what I'm doing here is taking the sausage out. I washed the bowl, by the way, no salmonella. You guys don't see behind the scenes. The only thing that I like about the electric stove top is that it's easier to clean. Other than that, it's a big no-no for me. I won't mention it anymore. Okay, so what I have here is the 3 slices of bacon that I cut up. We're gonna brown these and break them up. And when they get brown, I'll tell you what I do. And here's another little tip. You don't know how I savor this. I wait all week for Saturday and Sunday to have a little bitty glass of wine. Normally I would be up to here. That's why I have to buy these bottles and ration myself. Otherwise, I'd never stop. And it goes so fast. Okay. You should smell what it smells like. The bacon, the sausage. We're gonna wait for it to be brown. I'll come back when it's brown. It's gonna take a few minutes. Okay, and the bacon is down to browning. Almost burning. Add the celery and the shallots.
I think that's perfect, actually.
Yeah, really.
Almost burning, but not perfect.
Almost, not quite. You know, by the way, the sausage, if you have a butcher that can give you loose sausage or a supermarket, like I go to the Chico's and they sell it loose. I use the loose one in stuffing. I use it in bolognese. I use the loose sausage a lot. Soup. What else do I use it for? Oh, when I make my pizza rustica, I use the loose sausage a lot. So now this is simmering. Look at that. Oh my God, it smells so good.
If you don't have the loose sausage, you have to buy.
You have to buy the regular sausage and cut down the middle of the sausage, and just the casing comes right off. It's not a problem. Okay. This is going to take a couple of minutes. I'll come right back as I take a sip.
It does smell really good.
Okay, so that's sauteed well and it smells absolutely divine. I'm going to put the garlic in. I mince it. Oh, gracious. I love that. Okay, we'll put another one. 2 big ones. As I said, if you got more people, this is for like 4 or 5 people. Normal people, not gavons. My grandson says, we're gavons. Okay, I'm gonna add the sausage. There's juices in there. Just add everything. The juices from the sausage, wonderful. I'm going to add the 3 cups of chicken broth. 3 cups of water.
Went silent.
Yeah, and you know what I always do? I like to add these to my soup. Not my beef soup, but my chicken soup and rest of this, I use the chicken bouillon. It gives it an extra zing. So I put that in. A little salt. Not too much. And potatoes. It's potato soup after all. You know, we used to make a potato soup, but it was like plain with the oregano. I remember, this is a story I like to tell you. My uncle was divorced, and my cousin, who was about my age, she was a year or 2 younger, she used to stay home and she used to do the cooking and the cleaning, and my uncle, he would go to work, whatever. He was work on construction. And she made a quick meal one night. She didn't do first dish, because when we were growing up, used to have a first dish, a second dish, whatever, everything. We ate, like, you know. So she made like cutlets one night, and she just put a salad and a vegetable out. And he sat down to eat, and he said, "Where's the first dish?" And she said, "I didn't make a first dish tonight." He got up, threw his napkin, mapina on the thing. "I don't eat until I have my first dish." So she didn't know what to do. So she made a quick potato soup. She put it in front of him, and he was happy.
The pain in the ass.
That's true story. True story. So I'm going to let this cook for a little while, and I'll be back when I have to put in the flour and the paprika. In a couple of minutes, not 5 minutes, I'll be back. Okay? All right. Okay, so it took a little longer than I expected. Maybe because that's an electric top. I told my son, I said I wasn't gonna mention it again. He said, "Yeah, but that's the reason. Usually with my gas stove, it doesn't take as long." So I added the 1/4 cup of flour and the paprika. I'm doing it with this little thing so it doesn't bunch up and make flour balls. And after, I'm going to lower it now. Bless. Anyway, so, and if you find after it cooks, you should make it cook for 45 minutes when it boils. So I'm going to cook it for 45 minutes. If you find that it's too thick, add a little bit more broth or a little bit more water. It's fine. Test it out yourself. I might not even put all the flour in because I don't like it too thick and too gooey. So this was a 1/4 cup, so maybe you put an 1/8. I'll see. You know, I'm not used to measuring. I measured for my cookbook and I'm measuring for these videos, but when I cook, I don't measure. Italians don't measure. If I had to ask my aunt or my mother or anybody, what's the recipe? You put a little of this, you put a little of that. They don't say you got a quarter cup, a half a cup. That's not the way Italian mothers cook. It's coming along. Okay, actually, I'm not putting the rest. So I put half, maybe 2/3 of the flour. I lower it. I'm gonna put this on like that and let it cook for 45 minutes. If it's boiling too vigorously, lower it again until it's just a simmer. Okay, so the soup's been cooking for 45 minutes and it's perfect. Look at the consistency. Delicious. Okay, here. Look at that. Beautiful. Put a little grated Pecorino Romano. Or a lot of Pecorino Romano.
That's a lot.
It should be very hot, but very delicious. Ooh, that's so good. I hope you try it. And until next week, you notice I've been posting every week. Until next week, bon appetit.